अगम स्पॉटलाइट करेंगे जरा आरती पे, दोनों को डाल दें फ्रेम में प्लीज. Okay, so hi guys, meet my friend Aarti Desai. She is going to be talking with us, and we both will carry you through the journey of what does it mean to be a pet parent. मतलब आपने ये तो सुना होगा कि I became a parent, I was pregnant, I had a child. Yeah, ये terminology, to hear this terminology for the first time, what does it mean to be a parent to a pet? And do you really become parent again? And ऐसे ही कुछ खट्टे मीठे सवाल जवाब के बारे में आरती हमें बताएंगी. She's an animal whisperer and brilliant at her work. Really, I have to, more than being brilliant at work and being a head-driven person, she's a heart-driven person. And I really wanted to introduce someone who's heartfelt person to get set up. We conducted program on the pet last month, and we're going to get this and another one around the 18th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 16th, 18th of this month. Yeah. So the idea is कि जैसे जैसे हम इंसानों को जानना शुरू करते हैं, हम कहीं पे हमारे 4-legged या 4-legged एनिमल्स को कहीं पीछे भूल जाते हैं. वैसे 2 टांग वाले भी होते हैं हमारे जो बर्ड्स होते हैं. वैसे आरती also speaks to lizards and parrots and she's an animal whisperer. भाई आदमियों को जानना मुश्किल है, ये इंसानों को अलावा animals के साथ जाके गुफ्तगू करके आती है. Can you just imagine someone who goes and talks to them? I mean, I've personally seen her getting into the bathroom, looking at a lizard right on the top of the roof, I mean on the ceiling, and looking at it and saying, shh. I'm asking her, तू कर क्या रही है? जिससे मैं बातें कर रही हूँ lizard से. And I said, क्या बोला उसने? Lizard बोल रही है ये मेरा घर है, तू मेरे घर के अंदर आई. बोला अच्छा ऐसे भी होता है यार. मेरा तो first reaction is कि lizard को देखा और भाग लिए. ऐसे भागे कि बस आप मैं मिलूंगी नहीं. But this woman, this beautiful lady, this beautiful graceful person stands there and talks to the lizard and says, मैं तुम्हारे यहाँ आई हूँ, मुझे नहाने दो, थोड़ी देर में मैं निकल जाऊंगी, ये तुम्हारा ही घर है. And guess what? The lizard actually moves out of that premise. So she's gifted, she's talented, and मैंने कहा इससे अच्छी बात क्या हो सकती कि I can get you something that is different and novel. So please do support us. Please do also go and write on the Facebook how you found this program and on the feedback also. So I'm going to carry you straight to the slides right now. Okay. So today's topic is pets at home, our role as a pet parent. And I've already introduced her. You can see the official slide. She's an animal communicator, holistic animal healer, sound healer for pets, and bug flower trainer. Again, she works with the pets. So आज का objective ये होगा कि अगर आप पपी घर लेके आ रहे हैं, मतलब we talking about dogs today. अगर आप पपी घर लेके आ रहे हैं, if you're getting a puppy at home, then what are the things that you should look at and what are the responsibilities that you're getting into? Parenthood or being a pet parent, इसका exact मतलब क्या है? What does it mean to be in parenthood with an animal, not with just a human baby? What is our responsibility as pet parents and how do we act with our animals? चलिए यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं. I will take the slide off for a minute and let's just ask Aarti a few questions and let's go from here. I would also request all of you to put in your questions in the chat box so that we can ask her. So the first 30 minutes, we'll just hear her out. I will ask her a few questions. And then it would be nice if you can put your questions also in because I'm sure by then you'll be curious enough. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Great. Where are you from?
Bandra.
Hey, brilliant. So, Namaste, Aarti. Can you give us a little bit of your background? as to what you do and how you got into the animal world. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu, for the introduction. So my journey started many years back with my first pet who came into my life when I was in college. And she was actually a gift to my younger sister. We always wanted a dog because we had dogs from since childhood. But as we grew, we concentration has to be on studies. And my mom would have extra responsibility because we were three sisters. So when I was in college, my sister was given a dog, and in one day we knew that we wanted this dog. And it was a dog which we picked up from the streets.
Okay, just stop there, Aarti. You know, when we're talking about a dog got from street and a dog bought, I would really like you to highlight a little bit later on this. Thank you.
I will. And she came and she changed our life. Animals play a very important role. They bring a lot of responsibilities. If you really want your children to become responsible, I think a pet can make that change, because a pet comes with a responsibility. My life completely changed, and it was a choice that I took, because it was a gift to my younger sister, but my younger sister, after seeing the responsibility, boli baba mujhse nahi hoga. And my dad said, you all have to take care. We are not going to take care. And that is the time when I got up and I said, I will take care of everything. And that's where my life changed. She lived with me for 16 years. And it's towards the end of her life when she passed away, and she was not well, and I was looking for alternate ways to help her because the vet said she doesn't have time. And that's when my whole journey started after her crossing over to go and help animals in a more profound way. I was already helping animals, like I would pick up animals, get them home, give them a bath, get them adopted. And those were the things that I was doing, but healing was not available for pets. And that, till today, my motivation is always, if I'm learning anything new, how is it going to help an animal? That's my motivation. So she has completely transformed me. I am what I am because of her. She's that one dog who changed my life. So all of you need that one dog or that one cat who will change your life.
So tell me, Aarti, do you choose the dog or does the dog choose you?
I deeply believe it's destiny. There is nothing that you say that, you choose an animal and come. No. From that litter, if there are about 7 or 8 puppies, why are you picking up that one dog? Because animals share emotional wounds with us, which we can speak sometime other about emotional wounds. An animal coming into our life because they are sharing the same emotional wound which you need to heal and the animal needs to heal. So it's not about correcting the animal. If an animal is showing a behavior which is not appropriate according to the definition that we put, we really need to look into our lives also. Am I holding that same fear? Am I reactive the same way that animal is reactive? Do I don't like to be touched? Do I like my boundaries to not be violated? We violate our animals' boundaries every now and then. So when there is an emotional wound that's there in an animal, it's deeply even looking at to mirrors. Animals are our mirrors. They are our teachers. They come to our life as a teacher to impart certain life lessons to us. And if we are able to see animals from that point of view, our whole relationship with the animals will change.
So, Aarti, what does it really mean? I mean, in the terms of responsibility, in the terms of myths, what does it mean? Or, taking care of the animal, what does it really mean? Or what's a role we have to play when we get a little puppy home? Whether we pick it up from the street, whether we buy it, whether we go and have a choice of, choosing, or they are choosing us. What is it that what is, how does, when you, I keep hearing you saying ki, my life change ho gayi, my life change ho gayi, my life change ho gayi. Change can be very scary for people. या तो लाइफ चेंज हुई अच्छे के लिए या खराब के लिए. अभी लाइफ जब चेंज हो गई और 16 साल और आपने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली when others were not ready to take. So what did it mean when the puppy came home? Why you changed and not the other two? She's got three. I mean, she's three of them are there, 3 girls. So it's Aarti, Manisha, and her sister. So all 3 of them were there. But my question is, why would she have a change in her life. Thank you so much.
When we're getting a puppy or we are buying a puppy, it's again, the lessons are the same. It's not that you buy a puppy, so maybe you don't have a lesson. Why are you buying that one specific puppy with this specific issue? Maybe that same issue is not with the other litter in that puppies. They might have different life lessons because they will, even the choice of being on the street, they have their own destiny. We have to understand that. And even if I'm rescuing an animal, that's in his destiny that I will rescue.
Wow.
And that's also a way, you see, universe works in very magical ways. We don't really pay attention to these things. I feel the universe brings these animals to me. It's when you are ready for this kind of transformation, because they will get beautiful transformations to you. It's when I talk about responsibility that she changed me to become a better person. She changed how I look at animals very differently. There are times we don't open our hearts. The first thing an animal will come is open your heart.
I would really like people to share over here if they resonate with what Aarti is saying, like opening the heart. Because when I was animal, I used to get scared of animals. To get animal lover, I was scared of animals. And definitely what Aarti is saying, I can endorse it. When Luna came into my life, she could be held in a little palm. Today, she's old enough to be my size, literally. She sleeps with me in the bed. And the way she's receptive to my life and I'm receptive to her life, I can literally understand what she's talking. And I realized that when my daughter has come down right now and she's trying to connect to her, and I will say, nahi, ye maang rahi hai. And it happens that is what that little baby is asking, because for me she's a little baby no matter how big she's become. So yes, they definitely open your heart and make you look at the part of yourself that you've never seen before. I would really encourage people to share over here if they've had an experience like this where their animal has come and actually, yes, Bela, go ahead. Bela, please share with us.
My son got his puppy. He bought it from a litter of 10 and he got it on September 18th when he was 8 weeks old. And he was a very cute border collie. Now, and we kept on getting videos from my son. And we were waiting for the US to open to Indians. And we could finally go, like the US opened on the 9th and immediately on the 10th, we left for the US. And he was so cute and he's so loving and he literally changed my life. But when I saw him only on the videos, I fell in love with him as a baby. By the time we went there, he was quite grown, but he's still not fully grown because he's just 5 months old now. And he is being taught a lot of things by their son, and he goes for his training camps. The first day we reached there, we had to go for a training session with my son because my son had to take him for a training session. And you won't believe it, we felt very sad, and I really miss him more than I miss my son now. I'm back in Mumbai. And now that I never liked cats. I never liked cats. I always liked dogs. And a few years back, when my son had finished his graduation and we were there, we were staying with a friend who had a cat. And the cat was cute, very cute. And she would be after me all the while. And I would be pushing her away. Like she would come into bed with me and I would push her away. I would say, go to daddy, not to me. And my husband also loves animals a lot. So the cat would then be pushed over there. Now this fellow also, we call him Loki, he also likes to get snuggled and all that. But I'm not so open to all that. And he likes to come into bed with us, which I don't like. He likes to sit on the sofa and all that. But after coming to Mumbai, I see all stray dogs and cats on the road. Like we have lots of them on the roadside. So I feel so much of affinity to all of them. And I feel like doing something for them, but I can't do anything because with this COVID situation and everything, we are hardly going out. But that's the change I found in myself. I'm very receptive to all these other dogs on the road or anywhere. Dogs, cats, whoever it is, like,
Thank you,
so
Bella. That
I'm
was
so happy.
really beautifully shared. And before we go to Sujata, I would like Aarti to throw a little light on this. Thank you so much. Aarti, what Bella was describing, if you can throw a little light on it.
See, this is what exactly I'm saying. They will change your life completely. And there are times we are resistant. We do not want the animals to come. We are keeping these barriers. If you really, the animal comes to break those barriers. Let them in.
Okay.
I remember when my first dog passed away, an angel came into my life, my second pet. And my brother, who stays in Spain, my cousin, he was very close to Honey, was my first dog. And after he came, he was not letting Angel, was again and again going to him. And he was pushing Angel away because he's saying, I cannot accept another dog. And she told me when I communicate with her, I want to be with him. He needs my healing. His heart needs to be healed. And it's only when I told him, give her a chance. Why you're doing this? Maybe she just wants to think, why is she disturbing me from my sleep? Like he would sleep, she would pull his blanket off, and she would never do that with us. And he said, why is she irritating me? Why is she not letting me sleep? I said, because she wants to do something here. And that's when he opened himself. Today he's crazy about her Angel. And he tells me, like Angel, and Angel would go up in the terrace and have a pizza party because I would not allow him to have pizza. So he would order pizza and go up, and he would give her the crust of the pizza. And then later I came to know they were doing this. I was like, no wonder she's crazy about it.
Thank you, Aarti, for sharing that. Let's get in Sujata. Sujata, I'm adding spotlight to you. If you can share how your pet opened your heart. Thank you.
Ma'am, I always kept pet all my life, I must say, except now that I have so many incidents to say, but yeah, like golden retriever, we had Alsatians, so many of them. We had a parrot who would do exactly what we want to do, have bath, फैन के आगे जाके डेली उसको ये करना सुखाना अपने पंखों को and then ma'am come and sit with us and eat from our plate.
Oh.
साइड में एक प्लेट है उसके लिए तो she will come and sit and eat. And my children spoiled my pets, like Alsatian and golden retriever. We had two of them. The Alsatian is so huge, but Alsatian thinks I'm still a puppy and wants to sit. Godi bitao. And it doesn't know कि, and it's so friendly. And golden retriever तो बच्चे उसको चिप्स भी देते हैं, चॉकलेट भी देते हैं, कोको कोला भी देते हैं. पूरा दिन इनके पीछे लगे रहते हैं मैम. And I have so many incidents, like dogs know they leave paw prints in our hearts, ma'am. When they go, they leave a paw prints, paw का print, अपना print छोड़ते हैं अपने heart में. I miss all of them, but I think they should, one of them I should accept, and एक तो responsibility हो जाता है, एक commitment हो जाता है pets के साथ.
हाँ, but अगर आपका दिल उसके बिना कभी रहा नहीं है, तो you must think about it, Sujata.
Because I spoil my pets and children and pets. I spoil them. I really am such a spoiled brat for them, and I let them do whatever they want.
Wonderful.
But my dog was so angry with my husband. I don't know why. He used to tear his shirts. पता नहीं क्यों, उसका जो भी जूते, चश्मा, कुछ भी हो, and in car ride I used to take them with me.
Oh, nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So Haima, would you want to really share your experience? Thank you so much. Haima.
So dogs have been hi everybody. Dogs have been a very big part of my life, and I can't be without them. Actually, at the moment I'm in Chennai, but in Kodaikanal I have my dogs I'm always with them, and I've had earlier about 8 of them at one point in time. I'll probably share pictures, but
please,
they are like human beings. You can talk to them. You can spend all your time with them and feel so good. having them around. They're better than human beings. Sorry to say, but
No, it's really true. Bill, I will
Yeah.
come back to you. Let's have a little bit
Yes.
more chat with.
Thank you.
This Loki of ours, actually early morning, not a morning, it's around 10 o'clock that I have start eating fruits. And I have lots of fruits, at least 5 or 6 varieties of fruit. And the moment I would eat fruits, now he would come and he would be looking at me like this, like literally begging for fruit. So then I started feeding him apple, whatever he's allowed. Like they have a big list of what you cannot give to dogs. So I would make bits of apple and banana, orange, mango. Oh, mango and orange, they have such a strong smell. This fellow will come running from anywhere. Smell, that smell would attract him. And then he would eat, and in the afternoon at lunchtime, I will give him carrot, cucumber, everything. And he enjoys everything because he's still teething. So, he loves to bite into things. And in America, you're not supposed to give them any human food, So he's only eating all that dog food. But then when we leave him in the backyard, he's like possessed, and he runs and enjoys himself. And he'll be eating all leaves and sticks. And there's an apple tree in the yard. The rotten apples he'll be eating. Oh, he's such fun. And there's a backyard. In the other yard, there's a dog. And we don't know what they are doing, near the back, that fence. He's on this side, the other dog is on the other side. And what they talk with each other, we don't know. And they're just going like this, both of them, they're talking and communicating. And then he just refuses to come inside.
Thank you, Bela. That was so
and now he has started understanding Marathi. Because we speak Marathi in the house. And the moment I would say chala, chala, which means let's go, so he would go sit near the door. He thinks every time chala is said, he's going to be taken out,
Thank you, Bela. And
so much of fun, so much of fun.
Thank you. Sujata, I'm coming back to you. Just wait, because we really need to get Aarti to say a few things so that you guys can get benefited by it. And I am coming back to you, and that's brilliant sharing. So Aarti, could you tell us what are the myths around, bringing a puppy home? What are the myths around this?
Once we get a puppy home, we have to understand the species of an animal we are getting, be it a puppy or a kitten. First, understanding the species and acting from that point of view. We cannot generalize a dog and a cat. Their body language is completely different. They come from different worlds. Dogs are coming from the wolf. They are the ancestors. The wolves are their ancestors. And the cats are coming from the big cats, the lions and the cheetahs and everything. So once we understand this background of their history, their evolution, how they've evolved to become pets, once we understand this aspect, we will be able to understand that what are the things we have to understand in their body language, what are the myths that we are carrying. One of the biggest myths is we train our animals. Obviously, we have to coexist. We want to train them so that they coexist. But how are we training them? That's very important. If you see in the wild, when the puppy is born, what is the mother doing? She's going hunting. She's getting the food for the puppy first. She feeds her puppy first. Then she eats. But what will a trainer tell you? You will feed the puppy last. You have to be the alpha. It's completely wrong. We have to understand these things. These are all old methods which were being used. Now there are new, better, there are more studies being doing on animals, on dogs specifically, because dogs and cats are the two species who are maximum sharing the space with us. So understanding what are we doing with them? In the animal world, the mother doesn't go and keep on hitting the animal because the animal peed there, or doesn't go and hit the animal because he behaved inappropriately. He is a puppy. He is going to do puppy stuffs. You have to just not focus on what he is doing wrong. Focus what you want him to do. So if he's nibbling on something, rather than shouting at him, no, you cannot do that, and punishing him that now I'll lock you into this room, now you cannot do this because you have now behaved inappropriately according to me. He is just being a puppy. He doesn't understand. These are all different stimulus which is there to him. He's curious about everything. He's curious about that wire. He's curious about that shoes. He's going to chew on it. He's a dog. He is going to bark. He's a dog. I get so many people, oh, my dog barks a lot. He is a dog. He's going to bark. That's the way he's communicating. The way I am communicating with my mouth, with the language, that's his language. And you're telling him to shut down. Now, when we do this, we enforce punishment, ways where we can do love and care, compassion. The mother always is caring for her puppy. She will go and pick up the puppy and put him in another place. But we are not doing that. We are punishing the tail, and then we say, oh, my dog is feeling guilty. He's not guilty. There is no look of a guilt in a dog. We are miscommunicating it as guilt because we have the guilt inside. They are simply saying, I'm confused. They are just simply confused. They are not feeling guilty over here.
Are we by any chance, Aarti, treating or training our animals to become human beings?
Yes. We have to first distinguish from that. As humans, we have a control factor. This one should behave this way. My dog is not behaving appropriately. If an animal is being enforced in a certain behavior, he will either shut down. When he shuts down, he will say, I will not be myself. And I will do what my master will tell me to do, because he's getting the food, he's getting the care, he's getting everything. He is attached to you. They are very sentiment beings. We have to understand animals are sentiment beings, be it a cat, be it a dog. We generalize cats as not very good. Oh, cats don't have feelings. I have recently become a cat parent, and I know how a cat wants social bonding. A social bonding is equally important to a cat or a dog or a human child when it's born. Today, I have a few weeks kitten that I have rescued. She wants touch. Yesterday evening, she's gone to sleep here. And I'm putting her in a basket because I have to say my other cat is not really friendly with her right now. So I have to put her in the basket. And yesterday, I let her sleep on over here. And the way he has slept, and I really thought that in the night, I'm putting him in the basket. He needs the physical touch. And we are not giving those physical touch. And see, certain things are exactly like what humans want. When a human baby is born, he wants physical touch. When a kitten is born, he's not one. There are about 4 or 5 kittens. They're actually snuggling together with their mother, or they're snuggling together with their siblings because they need that physical touch, the bonding.
So why is this physical touch so important, Aarti?
Well, Anu, you are the best person to speak. We know about meta, about how that's where the meta studies also come. That's the first connection. Our skin is the first connection with us. We want to feel touched because we feel loved with it. Touch is such an important aspect in how I am getting touched. Certain cats, certain dogs do not like to be touched in the belly. Would you like to be touched on your private organs? We do not. So we have to understand the personality of the animal. If the animal is not liking it to be touched, okay, this animal does not like to be touched. I need to respect that. But we don't respect that when it comes to animals. And we want women to be respected, not to be touched here and there. Are we doing the same?
Wow, that's a very brilliant question. Hello, Shirley. Where are you from? Hi, Shirley. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Okay, that's nice.
I have a little Yorkie dog. He's only 6 pounds, 2 ounces.
Oh my God.
I can show you here.
Oh God.
He lays on my lap. That's all he does. Him and I have really bonded. He's 7 years old, and I've had him since a puppy. And he is really a good companion for me. I'm a widow, so I have, the kids aren't around me that much, and the grandkids have their own dog. So, so I have him. Because I live in a condo, 3rd floor apartment, I I just let him go out on the balcony here and he does his business. And right now it's minus 41 below. So he goes out there and boy, he pees and he's right back in the house. Now, I'll tell you how intelligent this dog is. When we're sitting here, the phone rings and somebody comes to my door. I have to press 9 on my phone to let them in. And he knows if I pick up the phone and I don't talk to somebody, he knows somebody's coming. Well, then he'll start barking. And he barks and barks and barks and barks. So I have a sign on my door that says, Kermit is friendly. He's just saying hello to you.
Thank you, Shirley, for that. It was so brilliant for you to share that because, Aarti, do you have anything to say how sensitive animals can be to what we really do and how they are really looking at things?
I really like the message that Shirley has put on the door, Actually, we should be putting that like, my dog is friendly because my angel loves to greet people. I mean, she will be literally barking and people might think, oh, she's barking, but she gets so excited seeing people and she says, come and say hello to me first. No one else but first me.
That's so brilliant. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Ranjini. Margaret, would you like to share anything? Margaret has got ducks, by the way, guys, if you don't know. Hi, Margaret. And Margaret is one of our beautiful guys.
After that.
Yes. Would you like to share?
Anu, after that, I got 2 hens and a rooster.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Would you like to share how animals have changed your life and how they've opened up your heart?
Yeah, they are very proactive to your moods. When you're sad, they're there, they're sitting beside you to comfort you. And, when you're happy, they're also happy. And I know I'm now living with my daughter. She has 2 little children. So her golden retriever, the moment she has somebody's voice raised to the children, she goes and stands between those people and the children. You see? So she's doing her protection kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And,
yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. And we are staying where we are literally surrounded with forests in Dehradun. And the moment she comes out, the nose twitches to see. You see, we have all kinds of animals walking around outside. So she's we get the signal from her, if something is around.
Wow. So, Aarti, what would you say about, animals protecting us? Because that's what we brought up right now, that animals are protecting us, animals are talking to us. Their barking is not really a bark of, we somehow just want animals to be like human beings, which is not possible. So what would you say about the protection bit, Aarti? Thank you.
Well, they come to protect us very, very strongly. So if there is anything harm that's going to happen to you, your animal will take it on himself first.
Oh my
be
God.
it a disease, be it a negative energy, they will absorb that negative energy for you. They will actually stand in front of any problem that's going to hit you. First hit me, then my master or my loved ones. So animals protect us. And when the animal is coming in between of fights like this, probably there is a strong message over there where the animal is really trying to bring a balance into that house, into that family. He's taken that role and come for that family. So he's definitely playing a very special role over there. It's very interesting to see the roles that they play.
Wow.
There are jobs which animals choose and take. That's also another aspect of animals. You will see certain animals, they will say
that with us, the job bit. Yes.
Yeah, they take certain jobs. Like if you will see your animal, he likes to, keep an eye on who's coming in. He will introspect everyone's bag. Angel likes to do that. She's taken up that job. She introspects my bag also, what goes out from my mom's house. Angel stays with my mom, so I go there. So she will introspect what I'm taking from there. What I get also, she'll introspect. She will also introspect the cable guy who comes. His bag has to be introspected, what he takes in, what he takes out, until he is sitting and doing any work, any of these labor work is done. She will sit on their head to see whether they are doing the work fine or not.
Oh, wow.
There will be certain jobs which your animals will take that I need to bark. They will be really barking a lot. They'll be making you aware of little things, what's happening. So there are different jobs that they take up.
Wow, that's brilliant. Let's get to Parul. Parul has raised her hand. Parul, could you please step in? Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. When I was very young, I had the first interaction with a pet dog with my cousin. So from her, I came to know that the female dogs get period and then they get into the heat. I came to know about dogs from her. And another thing, what Aarti ma'am is saying is quite true, that when we had this massive earthquake in Gujarat, all the dogs, in fact, all the birds, all the animals, before 48 hours, they had started giving us warning that something terrible is going to happen. And that massive earthquake, it has taught us that animals are more tuned to the nature and they do give out warnings.
Wow, that's so beautifully shared, Parul. I really thank you for it. Aarti, would you like to add something with that? Thank you.
It's very interesting. The humans think that we are the epitome of being everything, human life is this thing. We really start seeing animals, how they are coming and giving us. We really incorporate animals in a more sensitive matter into our life, in a more sensitive manner. We will realize that, we need to learn to coexist. They are giving us a lot of things. We receive, we are not the givers to them. We think we are giving them food, we're giving them shelter, we are rescuing an animal. Oh, I am giving him something. No, that animal has come to give you something.
Wow, that's such a brilliant thought. The animal is actually protecting you. The animal is giving you love. The animal is opening your heart. And yet we think we are the alpha. We think we are his leader. Would you put some ideas around that? And Sunil, I would really like you to share if you can. And because Hailey and Ranjini, if you can just share a little bit, that would be brilliant.
I don't have a pet.
Yes.
Pet, but my children, my grandchildren, they want one. And
Okay.
I'm scared of the animal. So I just wanted to join to listen to what we all.
I can tell you one thing. If you can leave your fear, your heart will open up to so many dimensions that I have experienced in the last 3 years. And I would have gone back from this planet Earth if I had not brought my Luna, that's golden retriever, to my life. I think I would have been very incomplete. I would have had to take birth again to understand. So if you're getting an opportunity, never do stop yourself. And hi, Ruchika. And we have Ranjini, who's a new person on the forum. Aarti, if you could talk a little bit more about how we feel we are the alphas and constantly behaving like that.
See, being the alpha is all again in the wild where we have to survive. We are providing the animals here. They are in a safe space. We don't have to go back to the time where they were wolves. So we don't have to sit and portray to them, I am the alpha. So this is the difference between leadership and parenthood. What is the leader going to do? I am the leader, you follow me, you do this, you will do this, you will do that. If you don't do this, you will get a whack. There have been trainings which have happened to animals where they are punished. We have a lot of trainers, very famous trainers, you will see abroad, whose whole series was put, I don't want to take the name, but there was series put, but he is using aggressive ways of correcting an animal. You're crushing the soul of the animal. The animal is already petrified, scared. If there is an aggression in an animal, go to the roots to see where is that aggression coming from. Definitely one day I really want to speak about rescues in a very deep way, because when you're getting a rescue animal, he's coming with a lot of baggages with him. And then you're putting this whole pile of expectation of being the good dog, of giving the unconditional love. He has been hurt. He has been traumatized. He is having a past. He's lost his siblings. He's lost his mother, maybe had an accident. maybe he was in fosters and changed couple of houses. Is this not going to impact a dog? Is he a super being? If a human is going to be impacted in these things, why is an animal not going to be impacted?
That's a very good question, Aarti. And I'm just amazed with how much we have not learned about the animal kingdom. And so rightly put, just like we have our brothers, sisters, we have our families. And imagine if that was happening to us, we didn't have our family because of maybe COVID, maybe earthquake, maybe otherwise any other thing. And then someone is trying and expecting us to be a good boy or a good girl. It could be rather difficult. But when an animal, or you are choosing an animal, or animal is choosing you, um, are they opening up that space in you where you will learn to protect them, or are they protecting you? I'm very confused now because of everything that we have looked at. So if they are coming specifically to you, and they know then that that you as a person could have these expectations, uh, what's really happening there? Thank you.
In the physical level, because they were so small or they're coming from our, we feel that we humans are protecting them. Yes, we are protecting them in a certain way. We have to protect them from, uh, kind of health issues, or we have to provide certain things. I'm not talking about being a protector here, but we are the providers here, because we have to provide them good care. We have to provide them a safe environment. We have to provide them good food, nutritious food, which is appropriate for their species. We cannot give, I'm sorry, but we cannot give chocolates to pets. It's poisonous. So being aware of these aspects, this is what the responsibility of the pet parent becomes. It's not about leadership. It's not about controlling the animal. It's about being a parent here, being in that responsible space that this is a being who is now dependent on me for food, because he's not in the wild where he's going to hunt the food. I am going to be provided. So what food am I going to provide him? Natural food is always better than packed food. If I'm going to give you packed food, you know what is going to happen to you. We prepare fresh food for ourselves. Food is again a very big concept, very big topic which we need to do on pets, because when you get a pet at home, a puppy at home, food plays a very important role, because that's a very big motivator for them. That's a survival thing also for them, for us. It's the energy force that gives us. So what are we feeding them can also have a psychological effect on them.
Oh, wow. It just feels like the more we are touching few topics as how we should be like pet parents, there is so much that I feel that we can really look into. I saw Shirley putting up her hand. I saw Ruchika putting up her hand. Let's get Ruchika first, and Shirley after that. Yes. Yes, Ruchika.
So ma'am, I have 3-4 sharings. My friend, who's a rich lady, she had given me her mixed. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I cannot hear you. So she had given me a mixed Rottweiler, my husband has, Yorkshire, and that the Zora was so loving, those 6 months in my life. Although I had to return her because she had developed tics, and those tics I was unable to. She was very loving, so loving that once my husband came, that this is after separation, and he never used to love animals. She laid down in front of him and she petted her, and now they have a pet, Rottweiler, and he's taking care. He's a vegetarian, still he gets chicken for. And once my son got that uh, Coco hair, and she was licking me around, and I was so happy, giggling. And so and I made the AC on, which is not on there, although he jaan hai unki usme. So, but pets are such a warm and soothing. In my bachpan, I remember my sisters had gone to Delhi LSR. So I told my father, get me a pet. So हम फरीदाबाद में एक छोटा सा लेके उसको पापा ने कोर्ट में डाला था. So we I वो फ्लैट्स में मुश्किल होती है, बाद में वो हो गया उसका. Then another one was there, we got in Udhampur. हाँ, वो मलबरी खाता था आधा किलो पेड़ के नीचे जाके, and we were so fond of him. And 11 रोटी खाता था मैम, न्यूट्रीनगेट और वो दाल बना के जवान देता था उनको, हमारा घर का सहायक. तो इतना वो हेल्दी हो गया था 14 मंथ्स में, लेकिन हमारी ट्रांसफर हुई, so my husband gave to the breeder.
I'm going to stop you here and ask Aarti to throw light on what happens. And that was beautiful sharing. Thank you so much, Ruchika. I, Aarti, want to ask you what happens to the animals when they are kept for a little while, given love. And if you could hear in Ruchika's talk, she's always given up the pets after some time, like after 6 months, after a year and something. And what happens to animals when they are given up like this? We are at 11:48. We have 12 minutes more to go. I would really encourage everybody to ask your questions. We have sharing. We will be doing questions, answers for the next 7 minutes. So please put your questions down in the chat so that we can answer. Thank you, Aarti. If you can just tell us, what does it mean?
So when you get an animal in your space, be it a puppy or it's a grown, maybe a few months old puppy, and you keep that animal for 6 months, he's got attached to you. He is a sentiment being. Please put this in your head. Animals feel all the emotions: anger, jealousy, depression, sadness, grief, pain. These are emotions we feel as humans. So the animal is also going to feel separation. When we are doing this, again, I'll bring meta here, we are going to put them under a Yudin. They are going to feel, I'm not loved. They're feeling abandoned. Why? What did I do wrong? A small child, what did I do wrong that, my mother left me? You'll see when, children, when they lose their parent at a young age, they always have this vacuum within them. Because they have this question. Because see, first of all, you have separated that pup from their mother and their God. So there is a first separation that's already happened. From the mother, from the siblings, from his environment. When you get him into your environment, now you become the role model. You become the parent. He is seeing you as the parent. He is learning from you from observation. Because the animal learns everything from observation. That's the reason he picks up our behavior. Why are animals having the same diseases what a human is having? Because of the environment. We know how environment plays a role in creating these diseases, the emotions, the episodes that happen in our lives, which causes certain kind of conflicts in our behavior. Even if there's a behavior change, we have to see what happened to that animal at that point of time where this behavior started. So when you are taking an animal and misplacing it to another place, if he doesn't get, maybe first is attachment, what we feel that after a few months, wo animal udhar attach ho gaya. But no, he always will go through that process of separation. Some animals might also
just a minute. Chika is trying to tell us something, and let me read that out. So Shirley is saying, one thing you should never feed a dog is chicken bones, grapes, or chocolate. Very bad for that digestive system. And Ruchika is saying it happened because her dog developed tics and they were coming on her bed and she couldn't handle that. So maybe next time we should pick that up, Aarti, or if you have something very quickly that you can tell us how to deal with the tics that the animals have. That would be.
We live in India and we are abundant with a lot of benefits. Neem oil and neem tree, which is from our country. It gets exported to other countries. Neem oil is the best thing that you can go for ticks and fleas for animals. And with dogs, it's much more safer.
Neem leaves, it is an oil that is created out of neem leaves. And that is what Aarti is asking to use. So Aarti, I'm going to unmute you. Please unmute yourself. Thank you.
So you can take neem ka leaves, you can give them shower with them. Neem oil is available. You can take the oil, massage them for 1 hour. So ticks and fleas, our children in school, they don't get lice in their head. What do? We do something about it. We don't tell the child, okay, now you got lice, I will leave you. Means this is I'm not blaming anyone. We do these things because we think it's an animal. We've got into a space. It's okay. This is thing, I can't deal with it.
Yes.
It is difficult. I'm not saying it's not difficult, but there's always a solution. We have to look for solutions. There are animals who are rescued. We get to the place, we foster them, and then we have to give them away because we can't keep too many animals. There are limitations, there are responsibilities. But we have to yet understand these are things that will happen. We have to then see, we have to see how we can make those changes, how we are going to help the transition for an animal. There are ways where we can bring the transition.
Absolutely. So this is not a blame game. This is a game of awareness. And the awareness means that, hey, you know what? Separation does cause a problem for a human being as well as for an animal. When you bring an animal into your space, you are saying to the animal, you are mine. I will look after you. And the animal creates that with you and says, yay, I'm going to be in your space and let's coexist in this space together. So it's like a relationship that they create. And sometimes we, because of lack of understanding, sometimes because if it was me, I didn't know about animals, and that's why I used to be scared. I just didn't know. I thought any animal that's coming, whether it's this small, is going to eat me up. But that's my area which I had not looked into. So I would just say, if you are looking at an animal and you're scared of an animal, or you're feeling not protected, or something is coming up in you, we need to check our past experiences, what are creating us to feel or think like that. And including whether, we're looking at whether we are looking at the ticks or anything. Thank you, Sunil, for that. Says good session. We are at 11:54. Last one question before we come to the end of the session. It is a commitment which we need to deliver. Margaret, why don't you come on and just talk about it, because I know you have a lot of animals.
It is a lifelong commitment. You're taking it in as though it's a child in your family, and you have to make it blend in with family. And in return, they give you such unconditional love that I don't think human beings, even many human beings, don't give you that kind of affection and love which you would get from an animal.
I don't
So
think
I've had it throughout my life. I've had animals. So we always believe if it comes into the house, it's a child of the house, and it's a full-time, lifelong commitment for them.
Absolutely. Very well said. It is. I would just enhance that a little bit rather than saying it's a commitment, because people hear it as responsibility. Because when I was being told to get a dog, and I thought, oh my God, it's a commitment, exactly like you. And that felt very heavy here. Oh my God, I have to commit for lifetime. We don't like committing. We want our freedom. I can proudly say today, Luna came to give me freedom and love. She made me realize that she's able to give me, because I always asked all my life, what is love? Pyar hota kya hai? Is love only man and woman? Is love only mom and dad love? And somewhere all these spaces were slightly empty for me. My experiences. It wasn't that anybody is bad or good. It's just my experiences. But Luna came to tell me, you know what? Love is when you accept me completely. And she has altered something forever within me. I really feel my soul searches for her when I'm not there, even for a day. And that's a big one for someone like me to say, who was not just scared of ticks, but scared of everything to do with a dog, a cat, a mouse, or anything. I couldn't understand that world. I had blocked it up. And if I was so blocked, how can I love? No wonder I was asking, pyar hota kya hai? I believe Sujata wants to say something. Sujata, fatafat, come online.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say many things, but
We have exactly 4 minutes.
Yes,
and I have to also make the
my daughter has seven cats. My daughter has, and then we went to Ooty. Now we found 2 Saint Bernard in Gem Park. Gem Park, we found 2 Saint Bernard, so friendly. And for turmeric, ma'am, for ticks now, turmeric is the best, because then it is applied as a paste, or camphor and coconut oil mixed.
Okay.
That is the best, because I've been keeping pets.
Yes, Aarti, go ahead.
Yeah,
Please don't put camphor. Camphor is not good for the skin. Overall, camphor can be poisonous for dogs.
Yes, I understand, but turmeric is the best solution for pets, wounds or ticks. Okay, turmeric is the best. And what one more thing, my friend has a lab, ma'am, and she went to US. So then when she went to US, before going to US, she took a lab, and then she found that in Bangalore there is a socializing for labs. Socializing for labs, you leave the labs there and they meet with other labs and all that. So she felt that my lab is lonely, so she bought another lab. And when they have to shift to US, so good of them, they took both the labs to US, full ticket leke.
Thank you, Sujata. We will really have to wean off here. It's 11:59 and I haven't really gone to my last slides. And I'm very, very grateful for everyone who's here, including Lee.
I'd like to have one more session on this.
Of course, we are having on 18th. So mark your calendar. We'll have Aarti with us on 18th. We'll be looking at another topic altogether. I'm really happy that you all are supporting me. Jyotsna has put a message here, which is beautiful. My daughter is very fond of dogs and Labrador pups for fostering. And I'm not reading the full because, as I said, I need to really do the last bit. I really want to thank each and every one of you, and especially Aarti, because I am not a master at this. So I got the master here. And hi, Lee. I saw you right now, and welcome to the group. Hi, Shireen, Gurvinder. So I'm going to the last bit of the slides, and if we have time, then we can still speak, but let's call the... So we've already looked at the questions, and we can keep the conversation going. You can watch the recorded class. You can find related classes by clicking explore. I don't think there are many classes on pets on this forum right now. So we are doing something different, and please support us so that we know that we are on the right path. Aarti will be there with us on the 18th again, and ye silsila chalta rahe. And
I just want a request, ma'am. On first jo rainbow neurographics hua tha, uska recording I kept on asking everybody.
It would be best if you could send a message to Get Set Up. I don't think they are just to send them the message at help@getsetup.in.
I done that, ma'am, but I didn't get it.
Okay, I will request them. I will request them, Sujata. I will definitely request them.
Thank you.
Okay, so Saturday you're meeting me back again at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with color and art psychology. We will also be looking at 7 o'clock in the evening, and here we are going to be working with air dry clay. Please go on the Amazon and pick up air dry clay. It costs somewhere about 200 rupees. You can buy the terracotta one, the white one, or the gray one, and we will create a few articles that you can actually give to people. And we will also have the theme of how to get out of our mental, emotional stories and create something that's beautiful. I recently used this to deal with the high uric acid levels that I suddenly created. It wasn't very high. It was from 6.4, it went to 6.9, but a raise in a ratio. And I said, what's that? That is not forming, and that's not okay with my life. And to be really honest, my urea levels are perfectly all right now. Now, what I did was I started working with air dry clay and converting every filth of my life into something meaningful. And I put an intention out there that when I give what I've created, it's going to create a smile on people's face. So why not get smile on people's face in 2022 and keep creating, because it's not just one day that's going to be a day on which we give ourselves. You have notes you can put on what we create, and we can give it further. Of course, on Sunday evening at 7 p.m., I will be doing sound therapy and healing for all of you. And so just mark your calendar, and you can check your email and the lounge for notes and to give the class feedback. Your feedback is extremely important, because without your feedback, I do not know how to navigate myself. Please share your experience of today's class, and please share how Aarti and Anu together connect with you. please hashtag get set up at get set up or social at getsetup.io. Host an interest group. And if you want to host an interest group, you can send the message to help@getsetup.io. This is exactly where Sujata also has to send her email, that is help@getsetup.io, for getting the recording. So I hope you've really enjoyed. Last minute for anyone who wants to say something. And I want to say thank you to Aarti. Really, really glad to have you here and share your experiences. Is there anybody who wants to share anything or say something before we leave? Shirley, you wanting to say something? Okay, come on.
Ma'am,
No?
ma'am,
Okay. Yes, sure.
Yes, ma'am. My friend's mother in Pune, she stays in Pune. Every day religiously, she feeds 40 dogs early morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Regularly, she feeds the stray dogs on the road, and they know which place to sit because they know the time, everything. It's a dedication from more than 15 years, 20 years she's doing it.
Wonderful. We will end the session with Aarti giving us our last wisdom on this. Aarti, you've gone 1 minute. Let me.
No, I'm there.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to thank each and everyone. Thank Anu, Gets Up India, to give me this opportunity to really be the voice for these animals and changing people's way of thinking and bringing awareness in their mind for animals. We don't have to blame what we did. As parents, we did certain things. Our parents brought up in a certain manner, and we feel, okay, this was wrong, that was right. Things have changed today. So we need to pick up ourselves from what it is now. Our awareness for animals is increasing now. So don't blame yourself. I did this, I did that. It's okay. We make mistakes. We are humans. Pick yourself up from here and educate people around you for animals, for strays. And you can make a change in animals' life. You don't necessarily need to go and do something for them. But even having that love in your heart and telling people these are the changes you want to make, or these are the changes that you can do for your pets, it will make a big change in that one animal's life. Only look at changing that one animal's life. That's enough. You don't have to work with 100 dogs.
Thank you. And can I make a request to each and every one of you? Can you write down on the Facebook how your animal, how your pet changed your life? So go put your photograph of your animal and write down when you got this animal and write down how they changed your life. We will really, really be very, very happy to see that they opened up your heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I love you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gurvinder.